release that side and switch. Extend your right leg straight forward and hug your left knee into your chest. Lasso the left arch with the belt. Use enough belt that you can completely straighten the left leg up towards the ceiling. Now, gently rock your hip points forward towards your thighs until your lower back is in a very mild arch, enough that you can slide a fingertip underneath it. In fact, you can even try that for a moment. If the lower back is pressing the floor too firmly, the lower back's over-rounding, and that top leg isn't getting as much opening as it would otherwise. Continuing to breathe, elongate through the bottom thigh and spiral it inward. Draw the shoulder blades down away from the ears. Soften your temples, soften your jaw, relax your eyes. Take one more slow, calming, quieting breath. Then as you exhale, release both legs, bend the knees, and take the bottom of your feet to the sticky mat. Slowly roll over to your right side, roll into your hands, and use your arms to press you up to sitting. Face the front edge of your sticky mat and transition into bound angle pose by bringing the bottom of your feet together, releasing your knees away from each other, and placing your fingertips on the floor behind you. Continuing, elongate down through the arms, pressing the fingertips into the floor. Lift up through the waist, lift up through the chest, and take a deep breath down into the lower belly. Bring the inside of the thighs together. Take the tips of the toes to the floor, and then extend the arms straight forward so that they're parallel to the floor. You will now practice 3 variations of Navasana. Prepare by gently engaging the abdominal muscles, hugging the navel towards the spine, and extending strongly through the arms. Relax the temples, lean slightly back so you're just behind your sitting bones, and lift your shins till they're parallel to the ground. Draw the knees towards the chest, lift the chest towards the knees, and spread the toes. Take another cycle of breath. Feel the challenge in the lower and mid body, but let go of tension from the mind, let go of tension from the mouth. As you exhale, bring the bottom of the feet together, outer edges of the feet to the floor, and hold on to your ankles. Holding on to your ankles, lean back slightly till the arms are straight, the chest is lifted. Now, take your fingertips behind you, hands 6 inches back behind the pelvis, and rotate the hands so the fingertips face forward, palms flat on the mat. Press down through the arms, lengthen through the lower back, lift the chest, then lift your shins up till they're parallel to the ground. Root down through the arms, bend the elbows slightly, and squeeze the elbows towards each other behind you. Puff the chest higher, widen the collarbones, the heart, the lungs. Continue to breathe. Gaze softly beyond the tip of the toes. Take one more in-breath and reach the legs a little bit longer, making the knees slightly straight. Then as you exhale, fold back into bound angle pose, bottom of the feet together, fingertips stay behind you. Press the fingers down, lengthen the waistline up, and broaden your chest. Relax your face and take one more deep breath before transitioning to the final version of the pose. Draw the knees together, tips of the toes to the floor, extend the arms forward. With the arms parallel to the ground, hug the abdominal muscles in, lift the chest up, and lift the shins so they're parallel to the ground. Now, it's essential that the spine stays long and the chest stays lifted. Retain those 2 elements, and then as well as you can without strain, extend through your knees, reaching the legs up, taking the tips of the toes and the eyes in the same plane. Take 2 more cycles of breath. Be patient, be persistent. The pose will come over time. Bring the bottom of the feet together. Bring the outside of the feet to the floor. Hold the ankles. Lean slightly back, keeping your spine long, and take a deep breath. For Ardha Matsyendrasana, slide your left heel in front of your right sitting bone. and align your left thigh so that it faces forward. Now, step your right foot to the outside of the left knee, wrap your left arm around your right knee, and root your right fingertips into the floor behind you to support the length of your spine. Remember, in all twists, the length of the spine is as important as the rotation of the spine. So draw up through the left side of your back, draw up through your abdominal muscles, up through the chest, and then deepen the pose by turning your ribs and your collarbones to the right. Slide the left elbow to the outside of the right knee, and using very, very moderate leverage, press the elbow into the knee to facilitate the rotation. Observe that as you twist, it's a little bit more difficult to breathe. The diaphragm is partially restricted. So bring the breath into the chest, and even though the breath may be slightly shorter, make sure it's smooth. Take 2 more smooth breaths, keep lengthening up through the left side of your back, and very gently gaze towards your right shoulder. Take 1 more inhalation, filling up and lengthening. Then exhale, unravel, and release, facing forward. Switch sides. Slide the right heel in front of the left sitting bone. Align the right thigh so it faces forward. Step the left foot to the outside of the right knee and wrap your right arm around your left knee. Slide your left fingertips to the floor, root them down, and lift your back up. Continuing to deepen the twist, slide the right elbow to the outside of the left knee. Draw gently in and up through the abdominal muscles. Lift your chest strongly and turn your collarbones to the left. Draw the shoulder blades gently down the ears. Align the skull directly between the shoulders, chin parallel to the ground, and turn the neck to gaze towards the left shoulder. Take 1 more in-breath, filling your chest. Then exhale, release back to center, and bring the bottom of your feet together. Proceeding to a forward bend, Janu Shirshasana, extend your right leg forward in front of you, and place the left foot to the inside of the right thigh towards the groin. Take the right hand 6 inches to the outside of the right hip, press the floor with that hand, hinge forward from the hips, and then take your left hand to the right foot, or grab your belt and lasso your arch. Inhale, lengthen up through the spine, lift the chest, maximize your length. Exhale, fold a little bit more deeply, and walk your right hand forward to the right foot, or with the right hand hold the belt. As you continue to breathe slowly and smoothly, emphasize the elongation of your back, emphasize the depth of your breath, and emphasize the quality of letting go of tension. If your body has a little bit less flexibility, don't worry about coming forward. Focus on lengthening upright through the spine and creating space. Those of you that have a little bit more depth in the forward bend, turn the ribs to the right, turn the chest a little bit further towards the right shin, and elongate forward through the crown and through the spine. Take 1 more deep breath into your bottom ribs, and then to release the pose, walk the hands back, keep your spine long, and inhale, come up to sitting vertically. Bring the bottom of your right foot against the bottom of your left foot. Extend your left leg straight forward and place the right foot to the inner border of the left thigh, as close to the groin as possible. Place your left hand 6 inches to the left of your left hip for support. Inhale, lengthen up through your spine. Exhale, hinge forward with your hips. Take your right hand to the left foot or grab a belt. Inhale, re-lengthen. Draw up from the pubic bone to the top of your chest, spine's long. Exhale, deepen the fold by mildly arcing in. Continue to breathe, walk the left hand forward. Left hand's going to hold your belt or it's going to catch your foot. For those of you with less flexibility in the hamstrings, continue to draw up through the trunk, lengthen the waistline forward, and relax your neck. Remember, if this pose is difficult, you can always sit on the front edge of a folded blanket. Take 1 more deep breath, Breathe into those bottom ribs. And then walk your hands back. Inhaling, rise back up. Bring the bottom of your feet together once again. Extend your legs wide apart. Press down through your fingertips and begin the first phase of Upavishta Konasana by simply grounding down through your thighs, reaching out through your heels, and elongating up through your waist, your back, your chest. Continue here for one more breath. Make sure that your toe tips and kneecaps face the ceiling. And then walk your hands forward to support the weight of your upper body. Continue to hinge forward, rocking the pelvis over the thighs, but seeing that both sides of your spine stay long and your back doesn't over-round. As you walk the arms forward, some of you will be able to bring your forearms to the floor. Others will have the hands on the ground and be more upright. What's essential isn't your flexibility, that will come with persistent practice. But what's really essential now is that you stay integrated, you stay focused, and you balance effort with relaxation. Continue to breathe slowly and deeply, drawing the in-breath down into the bottom ribs, also being aware of whatever restriction is present and mentally releasing it. Take one more slow breath. Let that breath seep into the belly, the bottom ribs, the lower back, and then use your hands to help yourself walk back up to vertical. Pause for a moment and feel the effect of the pose. Bring the bottom of your feet together. Extend both legs straight forward, and then bend your right knee deeply and draw your right heel towards your sitting bone. Wrap your left arm around the front of the knee. Take your right hand behind you, lengthen up through the spine, and gently twist into Marichyasana 3. Ensure that the lower back is not rounded towards the floor behind you, but long and drawn slightly forward into its natural curvature. If this is hard to achieve, sit on a folded blanket. Take your left elbow to the outside of your right knee to deepen your twist. Draw up through the left side of your back. Gently broaden the right side of your chest and turn your head and neck mildly to gaze towards your right shoulder. Firm your straight leg, rotate that bottom thigh bone in, and draw your shoulder blades down your back. Take one more in-breath, wringing tension out of the spine, out of the organs. Exhale, release back to center, and extend your right leg forward. Bend your left knee, bring the heel as close to the left hip and sitting bone as possible, and wrap your right arm around your left knee. Press your left fingertips firmly into the floor, draw up through the abdominal muscles, the lower back, and the chest, and then spiral the spine to the left, gazing very gently towards the left shoulder. And as you breathe, direct the breath into the bottom ribs. Elongate your right leg, turn your right thigh bone in. Create a little bit more lift to your chest, more rotation to that left collarbone. Then one last inhalation, breathing down into the kidney area. One more deep inhalation, breathing down into your bottom ribs. Exhale, release back to center, and sit with the legs crossed. Either shin in front is fine. Place your hands on your thighs, sit towards the front of your sitting bones, and elongate both sides of your waist. Allow the temples, the forehead, the eyes, and the jaws to relax and release any vestige of tension. Practice observing the sensations of your body and breath and the state of your mind after your practice. Take a moment or two, let the eyes fall all the way closed, and look within. There are very few opportunities that we take to gear down, to become quiet, and to listen within. Take this moment of 3 breaths to simply focus the attention on the present moment. Keeping the eyes relaxed, keeping the temples easy. Let the eyes slowly open. Take your hands alongside of you and lie on your back, reclining in Shavasana. It's essential in Shavasana for the body to be well aligned so that the nervous system in the body can let go. Start with the knees bent, bottom of the feet to the floor. Lift the hips just a tiny bit, and with your thumbs, tuck the buttock away from your lower back towards your heels. Then relower the buttock, straighten each leg one at a time, and separate the heels as wide as your mat. Step your arms 45 degrees away from your body, palms up, and let the shoulders, the arms, and the back of the hands release into the floor. Allow the eyes to fall closed, the temples to relax, and the mind to become quiet. In the active practice, you engaged, you lifted, you lengthened, you strengthened the entire body. Now, starting from the legs and proceeding up, allow everything to release. Allow the outer thighs and the back of the legs to sink heavily into the ground, as if you had weight on top of your thighs. As you allow the thigh bones to sink, feel as if the hip joints broaden and that any tension inside the pelvic muscles or organs releases. Allow your breath to continue to soften and release any tension in the abdomen, in the diaphragm. Let go of all holding in the heart, all holding in the lungs, all holding in the mind. Release tension from your chest and shoulders, and let the arm bones sink heavily into the ground. Give yourself permission to let go of everything, keeping your mind tuned to the subtle sensations of your body as you drift into relaxation and mental reflection. In the next minute of silence, absorb the effects of your practice and continue to let go. Bring your awareness to your breath. Bring your awareness to your body's relaxation, and bring your awareness to your mental state. Yoga is a practice of self-study, so take a moment to look within. Take a slightly deeper cycle of breath, and as you exhale, hug the right knee into the chest, then the left knee into the chest, and allow your eyes to open. Roll over to your right side and pause there for a moment in transition. Roll all the way into your hands. Use the arms to sit up and sit with the legs crossed. Fold the palms, thumbs together, thumbs resting on the heart center. Relax the eyes, relax the mind, but feel the spaciousness within you. All yoga practices are completed with a gesture of offering and a bowing forward. The word used is namaste, which means the spirit in me bows to the spirit in you. Namaste. To begin the energizing practice, stand at the top of your sticky mat in Tadasana. Fold your palms, engage your thighs, and deepen your breath. Inhale, extend your arms up overhead. Exhale, bend your knees and forward bend. Hands to shins, inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, rebend the knees, forward fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, reach through your elbows. Exhale, release your arms. Again, inhale, reach the arms up nice and long. Exhale, hinge forward, bend the knees, fold. Hands to shins, inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, rise all the way up, stretch through the elbows. Exhale, release the arms. 2 more half sun salutations. Inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale, hinge and fold. Hands to shins, inhale, lift halfway up. Exhale, refold, relax the neck. Inhale, rise all the way up, reach through your elbows, lift your ribs. Exhale, release your arms. Last time, inhale, reach the arms up, long through your waist. Exhale, forward fold. Hands to shins, inhale, stretch forward. Exhale, refold, open the back of your legs. Inhale, sweep all the way up, reach through your elbows. Exhale, release your arms. Fold the palms together, thumbs to the breastbone. Gaze down, take the base of the big toes together, and bend your knees into Utkatasana. Lower the hips, tuck the tailbone under to lengthen the back, scoop the abdominal muscles in. Continue by lifting the chest and reaching the arms up, shoulder width apart, palms face each other. Take another deep inhalation, reaching through the arms, lowering through the hips. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, bend the knees, and lift all the way back up into Utkatasana. 2 breaths here, tailbone under, knees bent, abdominal scooped. 1 more deep inhalation. Exhale, forward fold, standing forward bend. Inhale, lift the chest, look halfway up. Exhale, step the right foot back into a lunge. Inhale, press through your back heel. Exhale, step back into downward facing dog. In down dog, use the arms and legs to elongate the spine. Roll your sitting bones up, press the top of the thighs back, and stretch the inner heel bones down to clear the calves. Take 1 more deep inhalation. Exhale, right foot forward between your hands. Inhale, stretch through the back heel. Exhale, step forward. Inhale, lengthen forward, lift your chest. Exhale, refold. Inhale, rise all the way up to standing, reach through your fingertips. Exhale, release your arms. Again, inhale, stretch the arms up, engage the thighs. Exhale, forward bend. Inhale, focus on lengthening your back. Exhale, left foot back to a lunge. Inhale, press through your back heel. Exhale,